to today's training workshop. My name is Samuel Azaro, and I'm one of ITS's academic technology specialists. Today, we will be diving into the Windows 11 operating system, exploring some of its customizable features and highlighting how you can personalize your device to best serve both your needs and preferences. However, for those of you engaging with this training before the institution wide transition to Windows 11 has occurred, I would like to run through a few quick reminders for Windows 10 users. To begin, I'd like to reiterate that the update to Windows 11 is mandatory and that, due to the nature of how the update is being implemented, your system will essentially be undergoing something akin to a factory reset. As such, I would recommend that you back up all your files to the OneDrive system and/or a secure physical device, export your web browser bookmarks, and ensure you are familiar with any passwords you've saved to your device. Furthermore, you should be aware that any existing system preferences will be reset during this process, so I'd encourage you to take some time to review any custom system preferences you've set. Now, one of the most significant adjustments you will need to make to your device once it's been updated to Windows 11 is to change which apps are set as your default web browser and PDF reader. To do this, you will first need to open the Settings menu from your Start menu, head over to the Apps category, and open the default Settings tab. This leads you to a window with a table listing all the apps on your device, which can be narrowed down via this search bar. You should search or scroll down to Google Chrome and click on its tab, opening a page where you can see that Microsoft Edge is currently listed as your system's default web browser for almost every related file and link type already set to a default, along with the file type for your system's default PDF reader. Now, you might think all you have to do is click this Set Default button, but, as you can see, this only changes some of the defaults currently set in place. For the rest, you will have to click each individual file or link type, select the appropriate app, in this case Google Chrome, and hit Set Default. Be careful though, as .pdf is the link type we need to set to our preferred PDF reader, this being Adobe Acrobat, and the Mail To link type should be set to Outlook. With these changes made, your next step should be to see if you can set a specific duration after which your system will fall asleep. To do this, you will first need to travel to the Systems category on the Settings menu, open the Power tab, and open the Screen and Sleep expanding list. Now, for those of you using laptops, it's possible that this option will be grayed out, as it might have been preset by an administrator. However, desktop users may not have the same luxury and will have to select one option for each of these two drop-down menus. As a best practice, I would advise selecting 15 minutes for both drop-downs. You can save yourself a few seconds by selecting 15 minutes from the Put My Device to Sleep drop-down first, as the Turn Screen Off drop-down will automatically match the other menu's value if its current value is higher. Let's now explore a few personalization techniques aimed at aiding your overall productivity as a Windows user, starting with how you can modify the list of pinned apps in your Start menu, which has become a much more prominent feature in Windows 11. To add a new app to this list, you need to hit this All button, right-click an application you wish to pin from the list of all your device's applications, and select Pin to Start. And now the selected app has been added to the bottom of the pinned list. To reposition an app, you can either right-click the app in question and select the Move to Front option, or drag and drop the app to anywhere in the list. You can also use this drag and drop technique to combine apps into pinned folders by simply holding one pinned app over another, till one of the apps minimizes, like so. Then you release the app you're holding, and now you have a pinned folder, which can be particularly useful to create if you end up pinning a large number of apps to this list. Now, if you wish to unpin an app from this list, all you need to do is right-click the app in question and select the Unpin from Start option. Furthermore, you can get rid of a pinned folder by removing all but one of the apps from said folder, at which point the folder will be replaced by the symbol of the remaining app. For our next personalization tip, let's head back into the Settings menu's System category and open the Focus tab. Essentially, the focus system allows you to set up a period during which many potentially distracting elements, such as taskbar app badges and flashing taskbar apps, are hidden and the Do Not Disturb setting is activated, which silences any notifications you receive during the focus session. While you can modify these settings to enable certain potentially distracting elements to remain during a focus session via these controls, it somewhat defeats the purpose of a focus session to do so, and I would recommend only starting a focus session when you truly need the most distraction-free experience possible. It's also worth mentioning that a focus session using the existing setup can be activated by hitting the taskbar time and date element, and then this focus button. Let's also take a look at the system's notification controls, which can be accessed by heading back into the Settings menu's System category and opening the Notifications tab. Now, if you wish to start or stop receiving notifications from a particular app or feature, you must first see if it is included amongst the notifications from apps or other senders list. If so, then you need to simply toggle this control on or off to start or stop, respectively, receiving notifications from the associated app or feature. You can also use the Turn on Do Not Disturb automatically expanding list found towards the top of this window to set a repeating time frame during which the Do Not Disturb setting will automatically activate. To activate this element, select the During These Times box and set the desired time frame during which Do Not Disturb will activate using these three interactive page elements. Shifting gears, let's dive into a few customization options which might address some feelings of dissatisfaction regarding the upcoming changes to your system's user interface with the Windows 11 update, starting with the central positioning of the taskbar's core elements. To move these elements back to the far left side of the taskbar, you first need to head into the Settings menu, select the Personalization category, and open the Taskbar tab. Then you need to open the Taskbar Behaviors expanding list and use the Taskbar Alignment drop-down menu to change the selected option from center to left. You can also restore the Windows 10 style in taskbar search bar using elements found in this window. Specifically, you must change the selected option in the drop-down menu for the search element found within the automatically expanded taskbar items expanding list from search icon only to search box. And there you go. Another group of elements from the Windows 10 interface you can restore are the static buttons formerly found next to the power button within the Start menu. To do this, let's head back to the Settings menu's Personalization category, open the Start tab, and then open the Folder tab. From this window, you can add the presented elements to the Start menu as static buttons by simply toggling them on. However, I would advise only doing so for the Settings and File Explorer options, as the others simply bring you to the section of the File Explorer in which their associated content is stored. Now, let's briefly review how you modify your system's background and theme. I say review as functionally the controls used to interact with these features in Windows 11 are identical to those found in Windows 10. You can modify these elements from the Background tab and Themes tab, respectively, both of which can be found in the Settings menu's Personalization category. The Background tab gives you the ability to customize your device's background, setting it as either a specific image, solid color, slideshow of images from your photo album, or Windows Spotlight image, via the selection made in this drop down menu. The Themes tab gives you the ability to customize your device's background, color, sound, and cursor appearance via these buttons found towards the top of the window. The background and color buttons will open the background and color tabs, respectively, while the sounds and mouse cursor buttons will open new windows from which changes can be made. But there is one additional customization element I should highlight, which can be found in both the Background and Themes tabs, this being the related setting of contrast themes. You see, by clicking on this tab, you are brought to an accessibility tool which allows you to change both your device's theme and background elements to one of four possible presets. These options are specifically designed to offer users a visual with more distinct colors, which can make text and applications easier to see. For those of you who find your current device setup difficult to look at and or have documented vision issues, I'd recommend cycling through these four contrast theme presets to see if any of them might better suit your particular vision needs. If you have any questions or would like to know more, please contact ITS.